Sahibul Saif. Pulled us out and made us to understand and to think and to realize certain things. Without them, impossible, impossible. We're going to be here, we're going to understand. You can read 1,000,000 books. You'll never come to that because you need the touch of a saint. You need the prayer of a saint. You need the sohbat of a friend of Allah. For this, you need. If we didn't have that, it would be worse, no? We were all from that. If the world changes, a new system of a new nizam comes, divine nizam comes, all these young ones, they wouldn't know what all our kids right now, they wouldn't know what we went through. And if we tell them, look, there was a time that we did this and went here, they laugh. They say, no. That's impossible. How bad is that? They're going to think. But we went through that. And may we die in this way. If we die tomorrow, sure, so many things we cannot finish, sure. If we rely on our worship and our ibadat and everything, we're going to get nowhere. But if we die tomorrow, at least we can say we die walking behind that one who is walking behind the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And that's very good. How much more shukr? How much more shukr we must have? How are you going to make shukr if you don't think? If you don't think, you don't use the intelligence that Allah has given you, how you can make shukr? So you must use that intelligence again. A believer must use that intelligence again. And the Quran Kareem is speaking so many times saying, use your intelligence, think. Why don't you think? This is for men of understanding. And everything is there pointing to Allah to say, look, it's there in front of you. People are studying the Quran, but the Quran is saying, study the night and the day. Do you understand? People are looking for answers in the Quran, and the Quran are saying, go to the men of understanding. People are looking for answers in the Quran, and the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, go to the Ahli Zikr. This is what makes this religion great. Because now the secret of that, the secret of the Quran is not in the Mus'haf. The dialogue of Allah, the words of Allah is not in that Mus'haf. As Allah is saying, His signs are everywhere. And that words came from an unlettered prophet that he put into the hearts of those ones who say, we don't want any other letters except for your letters. You understand? They themselves become ummi. That is the other point of being crazy, you know. I don't want anyone else, only you. That's the whole point of being in love, right? I don't want anything else except you. People say, but this one is not too good. I don't care, I want. This one is not too beautiful. I don't care, I want. Like when Layla was brought into the presence of the king and the sultan. Layla, who made Majnun to become crazy. And the sultan heard about the story and said, bring her to me. Let me look at her. How beautiful she must be, the way that she's being described, that she made this man to become crazy. And Layla stood in front of the sultan, and the sultan said, looking at her, you are Layla? And Layla looked back to the sultan and says, shut up. You are not Majnun. So only a Majnun is going to understand a Layla. If you're not Majnun, if you're not crazy, you're not going to understand that Layla. You're just going to look from the outside. You have to be crazy to be able to understand. Little bit we must have. Then we must look how much more crazy we must be. Every day we must get a little bit more crazy, a little bit more in love. Things that is making us to be cold, to fall out of love, we must fix. We must use our intelligence. Sohbat is important. How much we're going to need this? We need this every day. If anything, just to remind us. The Quran is known as the reminder, no? It is the reminder, correct? The Quran calls itself a reminder. Which means what? We all knew the Quran, but we forgot. And the Quran came to remind us that we know the Quran already. It's not to